thing to know about me is I never play to lose. Always aim high and rarely obey the rules. Never tell my business, if I did it, make the news. They say time is like money, you should come here, pay your dues.
The first game is the Eagles at the Bills.
My team is playing terrible right now. I'm going to be honest with you, but I think if you look at the way Cincinnati's defense is with being good against the pass, it's very similar to Philadelphia's, and I think they can find a way to get a 28-21 win in Buffalo because the Bills lost the first game.
I'm also going to go Eagles. I think it's going to be very close.
I believe that the Bills are playing better football than the Eagles. I'm going to take the Bills here.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Carlos. I take the Bills over the Eagles too, but very close. I see it as like a 10-14 win for the Bills.
The next game is the Saints at the Panthers.
This is the upset special of the week, and Cam Newton will be your fantasy performer of the week. I say the Panthers are able to beat the Saints at home 31-27, and Cam Newton throws for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
I'm taking the Saints.
I would like to agree with Green James, but I don't think it would happen. I'll take the Saints too.
I'm also going to take the Saints. I don't know. I just think the Saints always normally do good at home, so I think they're going to come out with a win.
It's in Carolina.
It's in Carolina?
Yes.
Oh, well, in that case, then I think I pick the Panthers over the Saints.
Next game is the Raiders at the Texans.
Raiders had lost last week to the Patriots, and the Texans had a hard-fought win over the Steelers, but they put up a lot more points than that in this game, and they get a 31-21 home win over the Raiders.
I think the fact that it's home and the momentum from last week's win will play heavily into their win. I'm going to go Houston.
Even though Andre Johnson may be out in this game, I'm still going to have to take the Texans out.
I think I'm going to call this my game of the week. I think this is going to, I'm excited to see this game. Is it on TV?
And the regionals coverage.
I don't think so.
Well, if it's not on TV, that's terrible. But this is probably going to be the best game of the week. I find it close, but I think the Houston Texans are going to take it over the Raiders.
The next game is the Chiefs at the Colts.
Colts put up a very good fight Monday night. I think that finally they're going to be able to break through at home and get their first win of the year in a super close game, 17-16.
I think it will also be close. I think the Colts are due. Painter doesn't look too bad. I'm going to go Colts.
I think if Chris Painter would have started at the beginning of the season, they could have gotten 1 or 2 wins. But I'll take the Colts here.
I agree too. I think the Colts will win the Chiefs.
Next game is the Panthers at Jacksonville.
The Bengals at Jaguars, but yeah, I would take Cincinnati on the road here to get I think they can get a 21-10 win here. I think Andy Dalton's getting better, and I think Blaine Gabbert still has a little ways to go.
Cincinnati was my upset last week. I'm sticking with them. I'm going to go Cincinnati.
I'll take them also.
Yeah, I'll take Cincinnati too, even though they are in Pittsburgh's division.
Next game is the Cardinals at Vikings.
Another win this team breaks through this week. I think that regardless of who Minnesota's quarterbacks, I think they'll be able to squeak out a close win over Arizona by a score of 24-21.
I also think it will be close. I want to go Minnesota, but I'm going Arizona.
I'll take Arizona too.
I'm taking Minnesota, but again, another close game, 21-24, like Eric said.
Next game is the Seahawks at the Giants.
This will be the most lopsided game of the week, I think. I think the Giants at home, with the Seahawks traveling west to east, I think they get a 38-14 home win in a blowout.
I'm taking the Giants too.
I'll take the Giants also.
And I'm also going to take the Giants.
Next game is the Titans at the Steelers.
Titans are playing great right now, and Pittsburgh's defense has been worse than I've seen it in probably a long time, and I think their team's still going to have to keep it close at home, but I think that Tennessee goes into Pittsburgh and gets a 20-13 win.
Tennessee is playing better football right now than Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's banged up. Our offensive line is a mess. But I'm still going to go Pittsburgh. Tennessee stomped on that terrible towel a few years back, and that's the curse of Myron Cope. I'm going Pittsburgh.
I'll take the Steelers here also.
If the Steelers play as terrible as they did last week, then they're in for a long game, and I do pick the Titans over the Steelers, despite
as a
Steelers fan, I pick the Titans over the Steelers.
Next game is the Buccaneers at the 49ers.
San Francisco, I'm going to say this right now, will win the NFC West. Very underrated team. Harbaugh was the best coaching acquisition of the offseason. And Alex Smith is turning his career around. I think that Gore goes over for over 100 yards, and at home, San Francisco is able to get a 27-17 win over Tampa Bay.
I don't know why I'm going Tampa Bay.
I'm going to take the 49ers here also.
I'm going to take the 49ers. They had a heck of a win over the Eagles last week. And I think they can carry that momentum in and beat the Bucs, so I'm picking 49ers.
Next game is the Chargers at the Broncos.
I think you might see an upset here. I think Kyle Orton can silence Tim Tebow Kurtz for 1 week here. Miami kept it close against them at home, and this is in Denver. I think that Kyle Orton goes out and throws for over 300 yards. I think that Denver is able to get a close win. I say they win 28-24 over San Diego.
Playing at Mile High is a factor, but I'm going San Diego.
I'll take them also.
And I'll also take the Chargers.
Next game is the Jets at the Patriots.
This is another upset of the week. I can't imagine the Jets losing 3 games in a row, and even though the Patriots remember about that playoff game, Rex Ryan gets his team up for the Patriots more than any other team. And I say in New England they're going to get a close game. I say they win this by a last-second field goal, 23-21.
I can see the Jets losing. That game was ridiculous. Baltimore and the Jets, there was 1 offensive touchdown that entire game. That's ridiculous. I'm not going with the Jets. I'm going New England.
I'll take the Patriots here also.
And I don't think there's any stopping Tom Brady at all. I mean, the guy's amazing, but yeah, Patriots over the Jets.
Next game is the Packers at the Falcons.
I don't care what Carlos is going to tell you. There's no way that the Falcons win this game the way the Packers are playing. It's at home, so they do keep it close. But Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers win this game 38-28.
I think it also stays very close. Green Bay is playing very well right now, so I'm going Green Bay.
I believe that since the playoff last year, that they've been planning to play the Packers. So that's why they've been playing kind of shitty. But I take the Falcons here.
Yeah, I'm going to take Green Bay over the Falcons. Green Bay's been playing some excellent football. So, yeah, Green Bay over Falcons.
This could be the game of the week. The Bills at the Lions.
I 110% disagree with that statement, but it will be a coming out party for Calvin Johnson, and Detroit pays Chicago back for the terrible officiating call when they lost last year, and they get I'm going to say 41-28 home win, and Calvin Johnson showcases his ability to the world on Monday Night Football.
I'm going Detroit.
I'm going to go with Detroit here too, but I believe this will be a close game.
Oh, yeah.
This is like the best team that they played so far this season. So
I'm taking Detroit. I actually think this game could possibly go into overtime. But I think if it doesn't go over overtime, it's going to be won by a 3-point difference. So close game, Detroit with the win.